2,000 USAID employees had a meltdown after they were fired in line with Trump's savage cuts to the department. A group of anti-Trump protesters assembled outside the USAID offices in DC and cheered on the fired employees as they left the buildings with their belongings. The sacked staff made a statement to Donald Trump as they were leaving their offices, with comments like, "You can take the humanitarians out of US aid, but you can't take humanity out of humanitarians." Online commentators slammed the bizarre display, with Charlie Kirk saying, "To the 2,000 USAID employees getting released today, I'm sure there's lots of other left-wing NGOs you can find gainful employment at. Oh wait, we're defunding those too." This commentator agreed, saying, "The best video you'll watch today, USAID employees getting fired." The axe to USAID comes after Donald Trump and Elon Musk have dedicated a lot of time over the past 2 weeks to exposing the waste of the organization.
What's going on there?
Well, it's been run by a bunch of radical lunatics, and we're getting them out. USAID, run by radical lunatics, and we're getting them out, and then we'll make a decision.
Sky News contributor Douglas Murray applauded Donald Trump and Elon Musk on their commitment to slashing waste, saying DOGE should be extended to other countries.
They're gutting USAID, something that has alarmed the Democrats, the activist class, and even the Vatican. The Vatican claims this will cost millions of lives. But you wrote a piece for The Spectator arguing that this money has been going to essentially insane people who hate America, and that the UK and perhaps other Western democracies should follow America's lead here.
Absolutely, Rita. It's amazing, isn't it? I mean, everyone knows about government waste, and we often talk about it. But when someone comes along and actually tries to stop government waste, there are all of these howls. What Elon Musk and his Doge team found in USAID, and it's merely the surface of it, what we've actually read about, is an incredibly corrupt, wasteful, and what's more, anti-American system. It would be one thing if there was a foreign aid body in your country which was doing sort of soft power, pro-American, pro-democracy, pro on the side of freedom, pro-free market sort of movement. But what you find in USAID, what the team found, is what you can find in the UK's foreign aid budget and many other countries, which is actually American taxpayers were paying for systems that actually seem to rather dislike America and seem to be rather anti-American. And in many cases were examples of the American taxpayer funding versions of the hopefully now increasingly defunct American woke mind virus around the world. There was a bit of a hullabaloo because early on it was said that there was $50 million that had been used to buy condoms to send to Gaza. And it turned out that actually that was a slight misreading, and it was $50 million for condoms in part of West Africa. I don't really see that that's the biggest misreading imaginable. The question, I think, for a lot of American taxpayers is, why are we selling a very large number? Why are we paying for a very large number of condoms to be sent anywhere in the world? Can't other people buy their own condoms? But I mean, that's just at the sort of easier end of it. I mean, there were things like the American taxpayer was paying for people to have sex changes in Colombia. And when the Democrats and certainly the international critics of Elon Musk and Doge weigh in on this, I have a challenge for them, which is, you know, if you think the American taxpayer is so flooded with money that they can pay for Colombian sex changes, and if you think it's absolutely outrageous that that fund should have been stopped, there's a great opportunity, you know, for all of the left-wing governments in Australia and elsewhere. Why don't you pick up the slack? Why don't you pick up the slack, if that's not the wrong metaphor to use, and you pay for the Colombian sex changes, and then you can feel really good about yourself and not just beat up on Elon Musk.